This with one hand, I pull it like this, and it pops the tablet on right like so. And now it pinches the tablet. Wow, this is actually a smaller tablet, but I've used a full-size iPad on this thing. And oh, ladies and gentlemen, I'm Beau Chevassus, and this, yours truly, bringing to you this incredible hack. Not trying to oversell anything here. I did not receive this as a sample or anything like that to do a review on this gooseneck tablet holder. I bought this on my own dime, and I would highly, highly recommend this if in fact you have ever been one of those people who are laying there, ouch, laying there in bed and you're holding your tablet and maybe you start to drift off and you drop it and it slaps you in the face, right? Or maybe you're laying there next to your spouse and you just want to watch an episode of Seinfeld. This is what I'm seeing right here. And it's attached to this gooseneck, which has this very nice stitched leather exterior coating on it, and it goes all the way back there to that clamp, which we'll address that clamp in just a moment. But right now I want to emphasize the fact that I have effectively added the equivalent of what would be a 70 to 80 inch screen TV in your room. You know what I mean? So let me break this down. Let's say you're watching Netflix and your field of vision, your view, is taken up by a giant screen this size. I calculated out that's about 70 to 80 inches going across right there. That same field of view is now right here. Right? Does that make sense? And so I did it for, what was this, 35 bucks? I even forget the price. I have actually tested one of these gooseneck tablet holders before, and it was really annoying because it wasn't very strong and it would just slowly droop, and it just absolutely drove me crazy. It was great for smartphones, but anything heavier than that, like a tablet, it would just slowly droop. So this is plenty strong enough to hold a full-size tablet. This is kind of a medium-sized tablet. My girls are watching a cartoon right now on the iPad, so I can't quite show you that, but it's the exact same feature and workability. So this kind of comes out kind of on that side like that, and then this one comes out on that side like that. I kind of need two hands to pull that out, so I'm holding my camera. Can't quite show you how that works, but it does. It works wonderfully. The only thing that I would recommend is don't use this to like type emails on, because every time you touch it, see how it kind of jiggles like that? Right. So if you're just like sedentary, if you're just watching a show, and look, it stops moving already. But just recommended that don't think that you're gonna be able to text, or I think the actual advertisement had someone playing games on it, and that's just not realistic, because every time you touch it, it moves around like that. Let's be honest, you're not gonna want to be tapping on it that much. But let's address the clamp really quickly. This was one of my main concerns because my headboard, there's only about an inch clearance between the headboard and the wall. But this clamp actually fits in there. Let's go ahead and take it off with one hand. So this unscrews, and look it, there's enough space. It's kind of this rubberized type texture, so it doesn't slip at all. It's both on that side and this side. And if you were to open this up, this slides up and down, and it just kind of, screw it down, and it pinches right there. So that's it. Isn't this just the greatest hack ever? Oh boy. Oh, one other thing that you have to keep in mind, you're gonna probably need like two hands to kind of position this thing, because it's designed for a heavy tablet, and they don't want it to droop. So even right now, when I use one hand and to try to bend it, I mean, once it's bent, it's gonna stay put, which is what I prefer. But don't think that you're gonna be able to like effortlessly bend this with one hand super easily. One other use that I'm personally gonna use for this, this gooseneck clamp, is instead of using a tablet, I'm actually gonna use a monitor, and I'm gonna set this up right next to my iMac, and I'm gonna plug my monitor into my computer, and I'm just gonna have my email up on there. Because most monitors these days, you have to get those articulating arms. They kind of look like robot arms that come out like this. And I don't want to install that into the wall, and I don't want to have to, get a monitor and, screw it into the back. Instead, this right here will effectively hold a lightweight 15.6-inch monitor as a secondary monitor for my workstation. So you can not just use this, you know, in your sleeping quarters to binge on Netflix and whatnot, but you could also use this at your workstation. Oh, I'm just so tickled and delighted on this. Again, I'm not trying to oversell anything here. It just actually works, and it's kind of refreshing because yes, although it's about twice the price of other tablet holders, it's actually robust enough to hold a full-size tablet. So the link to this exact one is in the description below. Hopefully this helps in determining whether or not this is right for you. My name is Beau Chevassus, and I look forward to testing, demonstrating more fun, fantastic things here on Amazon.com.